Deshaun, you said you wanted to give something special to, Browns fans in your first start here in First Energy Stadium. So how do you feel about how it all went down?
It was great. From the time we came out pregame, you can feel the energy in the air. I had a couple playoff games, and for this to be a December game, divisional game, to feel like that feeling I felt back in 2019 and that going against Kansas City when I was in Houston, excuse me, but that feeling was special. And then coming out and then just the way we played on both sides, all three phases of the ball, really. Special teams, defense, and offense, played complementary football. The defense took it away. We left some points out there on the board that we want back, but that's the learning and the growth. We went against a great defense. You got to give them credit, but it was special to be able to get this victory in front of the fans.
Could you talk about that touchdown pass to DPJ? It looked like he made a good play. You made a good play. How'd that unfold?
Yeah, I was just reading the defense. In the corner they play zone coverage, and the corner sink back. I gave DPJ the ball, and that's what I need to do, is just give our talent, our offensive guys, opportunities to make plays in space. Once I gave them to him, he made that play over defense in it, and he got in the end zone. So it was a great play by DPJ, great route, and just pitch and catch, giving him the ball, the opportunity.
Deshaun, we've talked to you a lot about the weather here. To get some snow tonight, the wind, how do you think you adjusted throughout the afternoon, the evening?
It was fun. It was great. It was a great, fun game on the lake. We had especially in that fourth quarter when it started coming down and swirling around, but it didn't bother me. My job was going out there, just competing, making plays, getting the ball to the guys that needed to get it, taking care of the ball, and just, letting Chubb and Kareem, tote the ball. So it was fun to be out there, and my first home game was a victory. It was special, so many more to come.
How big was that after Ward's interception to take it 90 yards and get in a rhythm and it really seemed like you guys were clicking all the way around?
It was definitely, we got a little tempo going, and so we wanted to kind of keep them off balance for what they wanted to do. And that's what we did. We kept it simple. We called the plays. Kevin and AVP and Drew and Bill and all the offensive coaches, did a great job of calling that drive. And that's what we want to do, just get a ball to the guys, like I said before, get the balls and take care of the ball. As much as possible, and that's what we did. Guys made big plays in the receiving game, and then we made some big runs also.
Deshaun, out on the field, where do you feel yourself getting more comfortable?
All around, just everything, just from the swagger to operating the offense, being able to control exactly, know where everyone is going to be, when we need to call a timeout, when we don't need to call a timeout, when we need to go for it. Just overall, just everything. Football is coming back each and every week, and that's my job. Like Mal said before, it's just I don't need to come in and try to do anything special. If we just come in and I just do my job as a quarterback, then everything is going to come in place.
Deshaun, the Ravens kind of pull their opponents into an ugly game. Whether they win it or lose it, it's the kind of game they play. What's it like for you to play in an ugly game and to maintain your composure and patience?
That's what you have to do, especially against that defense. Against that team in general. Offensively for them, they're going to run it down as much as possible, run the clock out. The first half went by super fast, and they want to control the ball. And then defensively, they want to get you off the field. They don't want you to run the ball. They want you to pass as much as you can. They have some guys in the secondary that make plays. So, you just have to be patient. The plays are going to open up. Don't try to take the big one when it's not there. Just take the easy ones, what they give you, and keep the chains moving. And that's what we try to do.
And Deshaun, you said when we talked to you on Wednesday, you weren't sure what kind of reception you would get. So how cool was it? Especially take off in that 14-yard run, and they really cheering for you. So how cool was that?
No, it was really cool. It was fun. The whole game was super fun. The fans, the appreciation, not just for me, but just for the whole team, was awesome. And that's what we got to continue to build each and every week. And that's, like I said before, that's one reason why I want to come here, is to be able to feel that energy, feel the fans, and be able to win a lot of games on the lake and win a lot of games for the Cleveland Browns.
What about the defense and how dominant the defensive performance was, getting the ball back for you time and time again? How great was that?
That was great. It was great to see that on the sideline. It was great for the offense because we fed off that energy. We fed off the turnovers. We fed off of all that stuff. So for them to be able to have a game that they had, just continue to build from that. And we have a lot more football to play, and hopefully they can continue to build, and we as a team can continue to build and grow from that.
Deshaun, on that third and one,
you took the last knee, you kind of walked up by yourself for a second, screamed, whatever. What was your overriding emotion at that moment?
It was a lot. I mean, just to be able to get my first victory in my first home start, just to get a victory against a tough divisional team. And, you know, of course, last week we wanted that one, but it didn't go our way. But this week was a new week, a new opportunity. And it was just me just soaking in the moment and just releasing all the energy and all the just happiness that I had in myself. So, you know, I just want to, you know, kind of yell that and scream that out. And I feel like everyone needs that every once in a while. And came back to my brothers and congratulated every single one of those guys and told them great job. And it was good to celebrate with them in the locker room.
Deshaun, that 3rd and 1 incompletion with Michael Woods, I know I saw you like motioning for him to keep going after. Just what happened on the play? What do you tell a rookie after a play like that?
I just told him, you know, the play's never over. You know, I make plays out in space, and everyone just got to work with me. Regardless if, you know, guys are coming up, the play's never over. That was an opportunity for him to be able to continue to go. And I know y'all seen the play with Pat Mahomes last week. You know, I feel like I can do the same. So, you know, no lookers and all that stuff, you know, it just kind of comes natural. And, you know, I'm going to always try to extend the play and for the best for the team. And that was an opportunity. But that's something that he's going to grow, you know, as a young receiver and working with me, you know, for the last, you know, couple weeks. So we're going to continue to grow from there, and hopefully we can make some big plays outside the pocket.
Did you give fans a glimpse of what this Cleveland Browns football team can be all about with this victory today?
Oh, definitely. We can compete with the best. You know, it don't matter who we play each and every week. We have an opportunity to go out there and compete and go out there and win. Of course, we want to score more points. Of course, we want to have the highlights, but that's going to come. You know, we do the little things, especially for December football. December football is tough. Every game that you watch is going to come down to the very, very end. You're going to have some games that's high scoring, some games that comes down, especially against a Baltimore team like this. I mean, the last 4 games has been 10-9, you know, 13-3, things like that. So, you know, it comes down to that. But I feel like the fans appreciate that, and they're going to continue to grow from that. And, yeah, it's definitely a small glimpse of what we're going to do in the future.
Deshaun, you guys were able to get the running game going with Nick. How big was that, and how much did that kind of take some of the pressure off of you?
It's awesome because you have that balance. So the defense can't just sit on, you know, one-dimensional offense. You know, and early on you can tell that they knew we wanted to pass it, or we were trying to run the ball, and we couldn't at the first half, and so they knew we wanted to pass it. So once the run game kind of opened, everything else, that 94 drive, the passes started coming open because they knew that, you know, Chubb and Kareem is a play away from just breaking it. And they had a couple big runs on that one, so they had to respect that, and then we got behind them on some crossers. So it was good to be able to have that balance.